Kaizer Nation, Sunwin Bavetu. Welcome back to Football Trends with me, OQB. Now, in today's video, guys, as I've said earlier on, I will be here so that we can speak about, the certain thing that I wanted you guys to think about. So, the question was, is winning the league better than winning the trophies, or is it the other way around? Because at the end of the day, a team that has 4 trophies and then end up losing 1 league, that team, for me, I feel like it's not a bad team. It's considered a good team, successful team. But then if that team also loses the trophies and also loses the league, definitely that also becomes a problem. Why am I saying this? We've seen with a team like Sundowns, which obviously there was a time where they were winning they were winning the league, but then failing to win trophies, which I feel like it's one of the reasons why they ended up firing some of the coaches that were there. But anyways, we are not there. So let's talk about it and discuss in terms of what is actually good and what is not good. But before we get there, I do also have some quick things that we need to talk about. Today Orlando Pirates is playing with Mamelodi Sundowns, and with that game, they will be using FNB Stadium. So far, the number ticket which was sold were about 56,000 tickets. Obviously, it's not just anyone who can be able to fill up FNB Stadium. It takes a lot to be able to do that. But currently, Orlando Pirates are the log leaders. Mamelodi Sundowns trailing second, and us, we are there on number 4 currently as I'm speaking with you. So there's a matter of the dressing room. If you remember, I think last year or last of last year, maybe last season, I don't even remember very well, there was a situation where Orlando Pirates and Sundowns needed to use the venue, which obviously it is FNB Stadium. There was a problem with dressing room. If it was them playing against Sundowns, but I think it was. So there was a problem with the dressing room. Sundowns had to use a dressing room which was way further down, which delayed them coming to the pitch, because it took about 6 minutes for them just to walk, to get to the field of play. So even now, go half time, it was a bit of a problem when it comes to that. So now, currently, as I'm speaking with you, Kaizer Chiefs have given the all green go. Guys, you can use the dressing room of the Kaizer Chiefs, which obviously we know there's a contract which was signed specifically that said no other team can be able to use the dressing room. But now, with them accepting, that means there's a lot of changes that is happening in terms of that. So yeah, that's something. Also, the game of Kaizer Chiefs versus Isiwelele FC, guys, we're still waiting for the confirmation date, because remember, today we were supposed to play against Isiwelele, but the match got postponed. So now we are no longer playing it today. When we're going to play, I honestly don't know, but we're still waiting for the confirmation of that so that we can be able to see how far are we going to go. So on today's game, guys, who are you going with? For me, I feel like any side, doesn't matter whether winning Sundowns, winning Pirates, because if Pirates wins, that means they will be, currently they are on 38 points. That means if they win, they will be on 41 points, which, wow, that is impressive. And then if Sundowns wins, currently they are on 35 points. No, 32, I think. 32. Yes, 32. So if they win today, that means they will go to 35 points. So it doesn't matter what happens. Even if they play a draw, they're just going to accumulate 1 point that side, 1 point this side. So for me, I feel like it's useless to say, okay, I'm rooting for this team to win, because at the end of the day, Tina, we have a lot of catching up to do, and we need to make sure, because currently we are on 30 points, we need to make sure that when we play, at least the 5 games, we play for wins, no draws, just wins, which is going to be difficult. Coming back to my question, which one is better, the league or cup competitions? Actually, let me just ask this question. A coach who wins a league or a coach who wins trophies? Which one is better, guys? Which one is better? For me, I will answer after this one. To be honest, a lot of people say winning the league is way better because obviously it shows that you're consistent. It shows that you're not just taking chances, unlike winning trophies. Winning a league trophy, it shows that definitely you are up for the task and it's not a fluke. It's not a one-off thing. You can do it repeatedly because you have a structure, a working system, and it's something that is solid. It's a good foundation that you have built. And then you look at the cup tournaments. Women Cup tournaments, it's all about, okay, you make sure that you play this game, you win. Sometimes it's knockout, sometimes you have a first leg and second leg. All depends on the cup competition, but at the end of the day, you can play all those competitions and win. Let's say, for example, you play MTN 8, we are a winner. You play Netbank Cup, we are a winner. You play Carling, we are a winner. Let's say maybe you've qualified for continental football, maybe you're playing CAF, playing there, you win and you lift 4 of those trophies. That means as a coach, you're not a bad coach. For me, aside in Lame. Why am I saying this? Well, it's because if you are a bad coach, then definitely that would mean what was happening with Jose Rivero at Orlando Pirates meant he was not a good coach. He was just a bad coach. That's why they decided to fire him, which is not the case. We all know what happened. Jose Rivero decided he wants to leave, and then Orlando Pirates let him go. But with the system or the build that they were doing, you can see definitely with them accumulating those trophies. It was building, showing confidence into greater depth, which currently, as I'm speaking with you, it does look like Orlando Pirates might actually win the league. I've said this earlier, and I'm still gonna say it again, guys. I don't care who wins the league, but one thing I do know is that Mamelodi Sundowns is not going to win the league. Not this season. This season, a different team is going to be lifting the Betway Premiership trophy, which obviously, I don't know. I honestly don't know who it's going to be, but I'm still saying it. It's not going to be Mamelodi Sundowns. So, as I was saying, that coach was winning league trophies. Not league trophies. It was winning cup competition, cup trophies, tournament trophies, I mean to say. So that actually showed that he was trying to build consistency from, winning. Because at the end of the day, if you do not win the league, at least win a trophy. You understand? You can't say, I did not win a trophy. I did not win a league. I did not win anything. And then with winning the league, if you win the league, then make sure what you're going to win the league, not just for one season, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons in a row. Then that shows definitely what, okay, whatever you have is working and it's working very good. But then also without the trophies, it's going to be a problem. So at the end of the day, I feel like the answer lies in between whether you look at things this side or you look at them this way. You understand? Because you can't say, I just want to win the league. I don't care about the trophies. Same as what is happening with us currently. Now we are focusing on the league, despite the problems that we are facing. We have hope. It's okay. At least Kaizer just maybe we can win the league, or if not, then at least we can finish good top 3, because definitely finishing in the top 3, it secures a spot for us on the CAF Confederation, which obviously we played Manje and then we lost. So we need to build in terms of that. We need to continue from there. So how can we do that? By making sure we play at least for the top 3. Top 5, it's something I feel like if we get there, it would be better. But now things have changed. Why? Because we do not have any league. We do not have any trophy to celebrate, to show it. Okay, definitely this is something positive that we've gotten this season. So I remember when I was speaking with Cameron, he said results matter. Something that is on paper matters more. Which I said, okay, Nyaguzwa, it matters more now I still ask the same question. What happens now? Us having winning games, but then singawini league, singawini trophy. We're just there. We are there, and so number 4, not even 3. We just finished Pelil and we've played all 30 games, and then we are on number 4, not 3, 4. You don't have a league trophy, you don't have anything, you're just there on number 4. And you know one thing about that, it doesn't mean that you will be consistent for the next season. You being consistent for the next season, you need to show up. You need to do things in a way that is going to show it. Definitely, I got here because this is what I was using and it's working with us currently. It's something that I feel like, okay, we are just using luck. You know, it's not something that I can say we are using it so that it works on our advantage. Because at the end of the day, you know, the co-coaches, to be honest with you guys, they just want to keep their jobs. That's all they're trying to do. So they're trying to make sure they get a result in any way possible. That's why we don't have a proper starting lineup. That's why we're always experimenting, even on dangerous games. But if you're a coach that is confident and you know what you're not fighting for anything rather than fighting for, you know, a good system, good results, good display of football, or what you as a coach want, then definitely they wouldn't be here. They would have done things differently. But now, yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult, guys. So I don't know. But that's what I think, I mean, in terms of, you know, the league and winning cups, because one might say the other one is important than the other one. For me, I feel like they're both important. The only thing is, how do you get there? How do you use your system for you to get there? You understand? So we might say this, we might say that, but also at the end of the day, I feel like we need to look at, you know, how Kaizer does things. I don't, you know, like for me, I feel like we do not give the management the responsibility, because they need to take accountability for everything that has happened so far. There was a player called Edson Castillo. Edson Castillo. There was no announcement from Kaizer Chiefs to say, okay, Edson Castillo has left. If there was, please, or just show me where they thanked him for his services and all of that. You know, and then with how we let go of our coach, the coach that we signed, we fought so hard to get Simambise, because we said it's a mutual agreement, instead of giving the full transparency to what happened, you know, or what transpired between Kaizer Chiefs and Coach Nabi. For me, I still maintain the fact that Nabi just wanted what he wanted, and obviously promises that were made to him were broken. So now obviously he felt like, okay, I don't think it's gonna be me losing in terms of this. So quite interesting. Hey, I don't know, guys, but I think, yeah, there's a lot more that needs fixing at Naturena than us saying, okay, we're gonna change coaches, we're gonna bring in new players, because at the end of the day, we can do all of that. But if the root of the problem is not rooted out from the ground itself, then definitely it's going to infect the entire thing, the entire process, the entire field, the entire garden. You understand? So it's something that we, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, coming to the next games that we're going to play, hopefully we can be able to come back, win games. I don't know how it's gonna be possible, since the mentality of the players currently, as I'm speaking with you, it's a bit down. The confidence is down. We're reliant on 2 players, Silva, Leopold. Those are the 2 top goal scorers for Kaizer Chiefs, with 6 goals on all competitions. Dudu Shabalala, I think, comes in second with 3 goals. So yeah, that is worrying. That is worrisome for us. I don't know, guys, what must happen right now. But all I can say is, ish, Sisengingeni, guys. Big trouble.